Okie doke. Here we go with part 3. If you hear crying in the background, my grandchild is here, and she has just had a rough day. So we are starting at problem number 11. Determine if the slope is positive, negative, 0, or undefined. What you should have in your notes regarding this kind of line is that the slope is equal to 0. Remember, our vertical line is undefined. I know writing with the mouse is just free entertainment. So our y equals 0 because in finding the slope, if you remember the formula for a slope, our y values are on top, our x values are on the bottom. If we have 0 on the top, then we're going to have an answer of 0 of a fraction, 0 on top of a fraction. So that is why it would be 0. So let's find, it says choose 1. We're going to choose, let's move this over, 0. Check it, and yippee, we got the green check mark. Problem number 12. Find the slope of the line that passes through these 2 points. Write your answer in simplest form. Select undefined if applicable. So our slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So let's label our points. This is x of 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2. So now when we input our values, we have negative 1 minus 5 divided by negative 3 minus 4. Now I am going to double check because the way this page is, we've got a positive 4 and a positive 5, good, negative 1 and a negative 3. Here are our y values. Here are our x values. We don't want to mix them up. Excuse me, this is going to be negative 6 over negative 7, which will make our fraction positive. 6 over 7. Hopefully I wrote the numbers in the right order. Let's see. Yay! So this formula I would put on my resource page for the final exam. And even if you want to use this as an example problem, feel free. Problem 13. Several years ago, the average earnings for male workers between the ages of 25 and 34 with a high school diploma was $29,700. Comparing this value in constant dollars to the average earnings 20 years later showed that the average earnings have decreased to $24,700. Find the average rate of change in dollars per year for this time period. So we're actually thinking about there's an increase versus a decrease. What would that slope look like? Remember our equation from the previous problem. Here's a hint. Use the ordered pairs. They even line this up for you. That's awesome. So here's our x1, y1, x2, y2, and we will have 24,700 minus 29,700 divided by 20 minus 0. So that's going to equal, it should be negative. Okay, let me pause for just a moment. Okay, so we would have negative 5,000 divided by 20. We can cancel those zeros. So 500 divided by 2 equals, see if I can move this little bar. There we go. Equals negative 250. So now I have to move that back so I can turn off the pencil. So the rate of change is negative. We didn't have to solve it? Okay, good practice. Oh, okay. It's negative and then there it is. I thought they had left that out. So now let's check it. So the average rate of change is a negative $250 per year. That's crazy. Let's move on to our next problem. Problem number 14. Write the equation in slope-intercept form if possible and graph the line. So the first thing we want to do is remember y equals mx plus b. So now let's see what we would have to do to this equation to make it look like that. We have 2x equals negative 3y plus 4. So if I subtract 4 from both sides, then I could write this as negative 3y is equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, it's in this format, but this part looks wrong. So let's divide it by negative 3. Why? Because we need to have a positive coefficient of 1. So we need to divide each term by negative 3 so that our final answer is y equals negative 2/3 x. Uh-oh, I left off my sign. Remember, I keep telling y'all I have to watch that. So that's going to make this plus 4/3. All right, let's see if we have to do it all at once or do it in parts as far as checking. Yep. Oh, I'm so hilarious. Let's put the form in here. I hope y'all chuckle a little bit. Miss Knight's a nut. 2/3 x, and then we have plus another fraction, 4/3. Okay, so we have the first part right. I wish I could just erase parts of this, but okay, they're counting by ones, and our y-intercept, and remember, if you're asked for this and it's supposed to be written in ordered pairs, you're going to have a 0, comma, and then your number here. So let's look at 4/3. That's going to be, here's 1, that's 3/3. So it'll be about a third of the way up here. So we've got 1. We're going to put a, no, that's not where I wanted it. Let's see if it would let me move up just a little bit. Okay, move up. This is a pain. Okay, we're just going to have to try and get it in between. It won't go in between. That's not right. Okay, see, I had it in the right place and it won't mark it. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. Not with that tool. We have to use this one. Oh, here's another way we could do it. Plot a point. Okay, there's too much clutter here, so I'm going to erase it. Okay, now it's erased. Go to plot a point and go to 0, 4/3, and it'll plot the point for us, which is awesome. So now our slope is -2/3. So that means we're going to go down to 1, 2, and to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. So maybe we need to do a plot a point for this one too. So if we go down 1, I'm going to pause because I need to sneeze again. So if we go down 1, 4/3 minus 1 would be 1/3. And then 1/3 minus 1 would be, let's see. So 1/3 minus 3/3 would equal -2/3. So let's try that. That would be -2/3. And then to the right 3. So let's do a plot a point again and do -2/3 and then +3. This should be interesting. I put them in backwards. That's why I said it should be interesting, because I'm used to just plotting this, not having to play with the plot a point. So let's try it again. So it's going to be 3 -2/3. And that should be our second point. And our line should go from here to here. And let's see if that works. All right. So instead of me erasing this video and making it perfect for you, I want you to see what happens when things don't go as planned. Have a plan B. Notice I had to plot fractions. So instead of, and it wouldn't line up on there. So remember to utilize your resources. I used the plotter point. I calculated what my points would be after I found my slope, after I applied the slope, okay? So here's my line, and we know that that part was accurate and this part was accurate, so we're good to go to the next problem. Write an equation of the line given, I'm sorry, write an equation of the line given the following information. Write the answer in slope-intercept form if possible. The slope is 18 and the y-intercept is 0, -5. This is the way you write the y-intercept, okay, with the 0 first. So let's think about this. We have y equals mx plus b. This is our m, okay? And this is our b value. So we would write this as y equals 18x minus 5. Okay, so let's input that here and we will have y equals 18x. Uh-oh, did I push the wrong key? I did. Minus 5. That concludes part 3.